Hi there. Hi there. Hey, just a second. Not again, Jimmy, don't be silly. I have work to attend to. If you're going to do a book report on Truman Capote, why not go for a short story collection or one of his shorter novels? No, not Breakfast at Tiffany's. I see. Oh, Breakfast at Tiffany's a little racy. Okay, I hear you, Jimmy, but I just don't know. Yes, right, no, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to intercede here. That's simply not correct. To suggest that deconstruction and post-structuralism share the same conceptual framework is akin to positing that pampers and mothers hold the same hygienic values. At your age, I was revising my basics on a daily basis. That's what it takes. I knew that then, so why don't you? People suck. I just wish they could do what they're told. But they do whatever the fuck they want. Oh, God! So yeah, I hate his guts and I needed to deal with him. Oh, today is just such a bore. Yeah, I don't know where he works. I'll let you know when I have the information. But anyway, how are you, you little star, you? Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Great. I mean, you're so talented, you know. Excuse me? In certain regards. Yes, I did see that you wrote that, thank you, though in no way does it alter the inanity of your argument. I don't know where you got your information, but I suggest you source your material with a little, let's just say a whole lot more attention to validity and veracity the next time you present me with a so-called first draft. Your colleague who came in before you seems to have a better handle on the subject. Maybe just ask her for a copy of her essay. Again, at your age, these weren't the kinds of mistakes I was making. Frankly, my 2-year-old cousin could string together a more coherent argument than what you've prepared here, and I haven't even broached your idiosyncratic tendencies. Ah! It's you. Hi. We wrote to each other. Nice to speak to you finally. No, I think you're very interesting. I do, I really do. I do, but I can tell you're not trained. I don't mean to offend you, but I've been in the business for many years, and I can tell I'm able, to detect the underlying mechanisms because I've worked with so many fragrance creators. For a normal person, no. Okay, but because I have so much experience in the field, yes, I can tell that you've been trained. It's obvious to me, peace and love. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. Your excessive use of semicolons comes across as pompous and lackadaisical. In general, semicolons are discouraged. In academic copy, a period will do. Your run-ons are preposterous. They indicate a lack of focus, not to mention a curious inability to structure your thought. The carpets musty. This is a safe space. The walls need a new coat, that you can be vulnerable and open. I like things to be just so, if you know what I mean. In their place. Accurate. Tidy. Because it's all about love. Yeah. Love. I'm feeling so at one with the world tonight, guys. I don't know if you know that feeling where you just have this rush of creation and you just gotta let it all out. Yeah. Well, anyways, all I can say is I've got a few pretty rad beats I can do for you guys. I just, prefer doing my own music. The stuff born from my soul's intimate inspiration. This is a loving space, so I hope you're all feeling the good vibes, because that's all we have time for here. No bad vibes here, no discrimination. Let's rid this space of all that negativity. It's midnight in this glorious park that belongs to us all. And I'm feeling love and togetherness. Love and togetherness. I'm gonna have to ask you, ma'am, you with the fur coat, yes, thank you. Hi. I'm gonna have to ask you to please leave. That, and that, I wrote to him. I made myself perfectly clear. I said that this is how it is and this is how it is. And what did he say? No! What did he say? I wrote to him. I laid out my points. I made myself perfectly clear. And then what? Then what? What's that smell? Do you smell that? I laid out my points perfectly clear, sent it off. Do you know what he said? Do? No. He wrote back, Dear Ruth, I do not take your reaction to my previous email to be appropriate. Do not take sloppy. I mean mad. I housed the man, gave him a roof. Appropriate. He wrote that. Appropriate. Well, I find that the way he's treated this place is anything but appropriate. There. What's that? In cold blood. Oh, Jimmy. In cold blood is long, Jimmy. It's a long book. And I just think that you'll cope better with some of the shorter and easier to read and to digest works. And I also noticed that you psychologize. You chase emotions when you create a smell, when what you need are intentions. Intentions! I looked at your samples, and for me, you seem to have a lot of emotions going on at the same time, and you're exploring them and psychologizing. But nevertheless, I think you're an interesting perfumer, yes? And I think that if you train with me for a week, intense training, maybe we can create something good. And then we'll make an amazing perfume, yes? The most amazing perfume in the world. Oh, yeah. Ow. You're funny too. And who's this? Your partner. Oh, okay then. Well, hello there. Nice to meet you. So, who are you? I mean, what do you do? What? Alright, yeah, well, wow. So, let me get this straight, if I may. You're a journalist and a DJ. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, you're just starting out. Are you any good? So you're shit. Just looking at you, man. I can tell straight away. You think you're better than the arrogance. Just another white privileged boy. No, listen to what I have to tell you. You are the problem. Look at you all fancy with your expensive clothing entitlement. Did you just hear what I said? Then why are you talking about the fact that I interrupted your conversation? People like you don't listen. They come across someone who could teach them something they never even knew they needed to know, but they can't take it. They won't take it. They think they're better because of what they wear and where they studied and how they talk. I can smell your superiority, dude. Just shut up for once in your life and listen to what I have to tell you. You are the problem. You're the guy who aced all the tests, went to all the right universities, got all the right degrees, who checks all the boxes. You're typical and boring. I've met hundreds of guys just like you, man. I know you back to front, head to toe, inside out, and nothing you say can surprise me. And every time I try to talk to another one of you, it's the same all over again. It makes me so fucking angry. What are you looking at? Maybe you shouldn't be looking at me. It's making me hell uncomfortable. But whatever. I don't care either way. You can look at me if you want. Okay then. Do you have a problem? You seem like you do. Like you're that way. Like someone with a problem or two. Well, that's fine. Probably explains your manner. I mean, it explains the way you move. Like a girl. Nothing wrong with that either, by the way. You can be a fag or not. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not responsible either. Wait, it's your life. And if you want to be a fag, be my guest. You're still looking at me. Hi there you are. You look you enjoy the party. Champagne's over there. Just ask Mummy. Oh, the one in the ugly blue dress over there. Thank you, thanks. What are you looking at? Is it me? Well, maybe you shouldn't be looking at me. It's making me hell uncomfortable. But whatever, I don't care either way. You can look at me if you want. Okay then. Do you have a problem? Seem like you do. Like you're that way. Like someone with a problem or two. But that's fine. Probably explains why you're looking at me. Are you gay? Nothing wrong with that. Explains your manner. I mean, it explains the way you move like a girl. Nothing wrong with that either, by the way. You can be a fag or not. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not responsible either way. It's your life, and if you want to be a fag, be my guest. You're still looking at me. I'm so glad you could come. Hi. What are you looking at? Is it me? Maybe you shouldn't be looking at me. It's making me hell uncomfortable. But whatever, I don't care either way. You can look at me if you want. Okay then. Do you have a problem? Seem like you do. Like you're that way, like someone with a problem with two. Well, that's fine. Probably explains why you're looking at me. Are you gay? Nothing wrong with that. Explains your manner. I mean, it explains the way you move like a girl. Nothing wrong with that either, by the way. You can be a fag or not. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not responsible either way. It's your life. And if you want to be a fag, be my guest. You're still looking at me. I was hoping you could come. Did you not get the dress code? Oh, well, hope you enjoyed the party. Anyway, how are you? Such a nice venue, don't you think? Oh, and, who's that? Your cousin? Oh, she's adorable. What are you looking at? Is it me? Maybe you shouldn't be looking at me. It's making me hell uncomfortable. But whatever, I don't care either way. You can look at me if you want. Okay then. Do you have a problem? You seem like you do. Like you're that way, like someone with a problem or two. But that's fine. Probably explains your manner. I mean, it explains the way you move, like a girl. Nothing wrong with that either, by the way. You can be a fag or not. Doesn't make a difference to me. I'm not responsible either way. It's your life. And if you want to be a fag, be my guest. You're still looking at me. Excuse me. You're a photographer, right? Could you take a picture? Oh, please. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh. No, I don't like it. Could you take another? Oh gosh. I look awful. Can we try another? Oh, thanks. Thank you. What, You read Middlemarch last month, and East Eden before that. No, come on, Jimmy. I think we both know that's not. I didn't mean to. It's not age appropriate, Jimmy. The reading list is very clear. I made it myself. These are the books that suit your current comprehension skills, and if you don't like it, I suggest you change the way the education system works. You probably know better than us silly adults who are only older and more experienced than you, but never mind that. What's that? So I wrote back. Of course I wrote back. I wrote back, dear John. And do tell me what you think of this. I wrote back, dear John, I am forced to tell you that in fact it is your behaviour, not mine, yours, which is inappropriate. You've shown yourself to be exceedingly unthankful, and I can only assume that your parents failed to instill proper manners in you. I think that was very well put. After everything I'd done, housing the boy, clothing and feeding him, giving him shelter, and he just treated it like shit. I think that's the appropriate term, don't you? No, he just doesn't understand common courtesy. I really tried with John. Did you hear that? No, it's totally unacceptable. I mean, totally unacceptable, isn't it? I mean, what next? No, I think I did hear a sound. Are you sure you've closed the windows? Probably. He's not a bad boy. He had a difficult childhood, and I do understand that. His parents didn't love him. Simple as that. Sucks, but this goes too far. No, really, it does. And the nerve! I mean, did you hear what he wrote? Incredible. By the by, the entrance door wasn't broken when I came some weeks ago. There's no need to push it hard to close it. Otherwise it'll break. Which it has, I think. So there you go. Money out the window. Please take care of this house. I fixed that door a year ago. It's a hassle, but if you simply push it gently, there you go, see? It's fine. Where was I? Oh, yes, right. I almost forgot. Oh, and what? Oh, and your dad's got cancer. Oh, jeez. So, this perfume, what a bummer, right? Oh, poor you. It's hard to say, but it's not just a perfume like other perfume. This may be a bit blunt, but are you sure you've got time for a relationship right now? I mean, when is he finally going to die? Gosh, I was only kidding. Someone's sensitive. Can't take a joke, I guess. I think we make amazing perfume. So first, we must get to work. I plan on basing my creations on the perfumes of Ronald von Schmier, yes? It's chiffon. Yeah, I really like it. It's very pretty, isn't it? Yeah. Schmier's technique is complex and historical, political. Oh, have you had any champagne yet? Mummy knows where it is. Oh, it's great champagne. Well, not the one I wanted, but whatever. I've worked for him as assistant on early creations Schmutz, and it's a very particular method of approaching text. So yes, we will see. Are you enjoying yourself? Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. How are you? Oh, that's great. Oh, how lovely. Oh, super. Do you like the venue? Oh, I guess it's all right. Do you like my dress? Oh, I guess it's okay. I don't know if I really like it. Charlie wouldn't get me the one I wanted. But it's still pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I love it. Yeah. My middle school teacher could have told you this. And please be mindful of clause and phrase placements. There's a soupçon of Germanic Baroque in your style that makes it pretty much impossible to follow your train of thought, whatever that may be, let alone your argument or position. What? Well, I used a dictionary. Oh, that's quite impressive, Jimmy. A dictionary. Well, your father's a professor of literature? I see. What about your mother? Oh, it's none of my business. It is my business, Jimmy, and there's no need to be rude. I'm only trying to help. So, if I were to test you on the Middelmaat or Easterwitten, you think you do okay? Oh, you do now, do you? Well, you're certainly a very confident young man. Sounds to me like you don't need to be at school at all. My work here is done. Maybe you should call up Oxford, Yale, and offer to teach a seminar on the modern novel. Or maybe Oxford. I'm sure they'd snatch you up for a position as lecturer in Middle English. You know, I've got a sense, Jimmy, that the people at Harvard are just dying to employ you as a professor of comparative literature. Huh? It's time for you to get off your high horse, young man. No, I'm just telling the truth, man. Now, this is fact. You are a walking square, profoundly ignorant of the system that enables you. And you're making demands on me? You want me to leave? Why, man? I don't mean to single you out, man, but I think you know why. I'd like to, I'll humor you because I know you don't mean to make a fuss, and I'd like to give you a chance to listen and learn and grow, because you deserve to be loved. You don't even realize how arrogant you are, do you? Like that shirt, for instance. Yeah, your shirt. Why would you wear that? I mean, can't you wear a regular shirt? Like everyone else? I don't own a fancy shirt like that. Who here does, man? What a joke. You're wearing a dead animal. And that's disgusting. And there's no room for that kind of behavior here. Do you even know where it comes from? Huh? Are you aware of the problem of child slavery? You're wearing something that was made for you by underfed, underpaid kids who'll probably die before they turn 10, and you don't even know it! Even the way you walk. People like you need to be taught a lesson. All creatures are holy, created by this perfect universe. What are you saying, man? It's synthetic? I apologize, guys. This stuff upsets me. You think I can't tell the difference between synthetic fur and real fur? I don't want to cry. I'm not gonna cry. I used to live in a town full of people like you. Smug as fuck. You all look at people like me and think of the scum of the earth. Yeah, no, you do. No, that's a fact. Yeah, I can tell by the way you're looking at me, man, that you don't think I deserve to breathe the same air that you do. I wrote back, courteously, clarifying that you cannot behave like this. And I understand he's got a brain tumor, he hasn't got that much longer, but enough is enough, I say. You take responsibility. I told him he wasn't a child anymore. And have you seen these bills? Just been piling up. Up! You just thought he could slip that one past me. Well, he couldn't. Brilliant behavior, Stella. What a waste. I gave him a chance. We all did, What's that smell? And you smell that, right? Is that gas? No? Are you going to do what I asked you to? Well, you should. Nobody does it too. I'd appreciate it if you did. Might make things a hell of a lot easier for me, Is that gas? Oh, I think it's gas. I'll pay you, okay? Sounds good? Good. You smell that too, right? Don't be a bitch about this. I just need you to do this. Do you think you can? But, well, nevertheless, I would like to begin discussion on the deeper meaning of our creation in order to ultimately create truthful and powerful work of art. This, it will not be an easy task. Oh, I'm not interested in the bourgeois perfumers of today with leftist aspirations to stay within capitalist system. A bergamot vetiver levende citrus. It's amateur and pathetic. You know, the usual integration of safe smells for a bourgeois audience. I guess that means yes. But with our creation, I want to show the limits of smell itself. Schmier's technique is difficult, and I hope that you will trust me in this creative journey that we will undertake together. So, because this is a critique of left-wing and right-wing fascism, I associate different dictators with different ingredients. Yes? Cool. And after the initial elaboration of the conceptual structure of the historical facets of our creation, we can let go and see what happens. Nobody does at all. Everybody does what they want. It's just so fucking void and annoying. I don't want to have to deal with everyone being everywhere doing whatever the fuck they want. It's always about being nice and polite. But I don't want to be nice or polite. Can't people just do that too? And oh my god, can you please stop looking at me? I'm not gay! Look somewhere else. You can give me a fag if you want, man. Doesn't make a difference to me. Just do what I asked and don't be a bitch about it. Tommy will give you a knife. When? Tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll let you know. And I have nothing against the Germanic style. As long as you're writing in German. What? What? Yes, of course I've read them, Jimmy. I think the point of this discussion... Do I recall the plot of East of Eden? Yes, I'm sure I could, given some... What happens at the end? And it's been... In any case, I'm not sure this is entirely useful, because we were discussing what you should write down for your book report. Isn't that correct? And I was merely suggesting that you could maybe settle for something a little more... What? Yes, that's right. Something a little more infantile. Wait, with it... No. I did not even remotely suggest that. Jimmy, are you still telling me that I interrupted a serious conversation? It's just no use talking to people like you. I don't care that I interrupted your conversation! Let me spell it out for you. You don't get to ask for privacy because you and your kind of fucking dicks! You're full of yourself and haven't had to fight for anything ever! So no, for once in your life, you're gonna listen. Just listen. And maybe learn something, if you're lucky. Honey, oh, honey. Everybody dies. What makes you think you're special? Oh, bite me. My parents died in a boating accident when I was 10. So, fuck you! Yeah. Just do it in a tunnel or something. I guess that's fine. No, it's not. I really don't want to create a fuss. Ma'am, you are literally bringing your toxic entitlement into our safe space, and I truly think that's not great. Yeah. Just do it in a tunnel or something. Young man, don't put words into my mouth. I think it's perfectly fine and quite lovely that you want to work on In Cold Blood. It's also ridiculous and you should be ashamed to think that you're better than your peers. Huh? You see any of them acting up? No, they do as they're told, thank God. No. please don't talk to me. I just wanted to bring some joy and peace to this beautiful group of earthlings, and I mean, your energy is totally not vibing with us right now. Please go. Please leave. You're not welcome. I mean, you're the reason this planet is a shithole, and if I were you, I would feel deep shame. It's not going to happen. No. I am your teacher, Jimmy. And I'm going to ask your parents to come over for an after-school discussion. That's tomorrow night, Jimmy. And then we'll see whether all of this crap about you reading novels you can't possibly be reading is true. Oh, incidentally, I had the carpet cleaned a few months ago. You cleaned it again! Well, I thought, no, it makes no sense. I paid good money to have it cleaned super recently. You should have left it. I'm assuming you used water, which will have soaked the plywood beneath and rotted it. That's very bad, very bad. You don't happen to have a tumor as well. Save me the trouble of killing you. I'm only kidding, but I need to get that checked now. Rotting wood, that would be very bad. Bad! You seem clever enough. But I suppose first impressions can be deceiving. It's simple enough, okay? Take your shoes off before entering. Is that clear? Right. And did you break that button on the stove? Oh, if you say so. Things are all fine otherwise. Great. Oh, that reminds me. There's this delicious little cafe around the corner. I thought you and I could... Oh my God. Have you seen this? 5 Forks. 5 Forks! Or maybe I miscounted? No, well, I shouldn't be shocked, but I am. I mean, this is terrible. Can you believe it? Absolutely incredible. There were 6 forks before. 6, not 5, 6. I know, because they were on sale, and I thought they complemented the linoleum countertops quite well. Was that you? No. Oh, you just stole one of my forks. Just like that. Those were my forks. No, you really crossed the line this time. And we can add more conventional smells also. But first, we have to do the work required by the schmear technique. Can't tell with John anymore. And it's going to be an amazing perfume. Yes. You see, it'll be the most amazing perfume anyone will have ever smelled, and it'll have notes of bergamot and tobacco, and just a hint of vetiver, and we will love it, and we will get all the money. He'll be here any moment. Honestly, can't believe it's come to this. As if I didn't have anything better to do than to meet your parents. But if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. You'll be wasting your parents' time, and my time. Where works? I don't know that. I'll let you know when I have that information. Forgive me! What's wrong? Forgive me! Don't be a sissy. Forgive me! Why are you shouting? Forgive me! Will you do it? Jeez. I was just about to tell you where to go. You don't need to raise your voice. You're embarrassing me. Your voice is something weird when you raise it. You must be gay. Forgive me, but you know why you want to pursue a career in academia? I mean, scholarly work is serious business. I don't mean to single you out, but I'd much rather you didn't waste my time like this. Will you do it? Which is fine. Just don't look at me. Or look at me if you want, it doesn't matter, as long as you do as you're told. Tommy will give you a knife and you can find a hidden spot to get it done. Why? That's a strange question. Just take the knife and stick it in him, that's how. I don't really understand the question. People like you, you're so fucking transparent. Yeah, learn something about African politics, man. You don't know anything about geopolitics, do you? Ignorant of anything happening outside your happy little bubble. It's kind of funny how you're a walking poster boy for capitalism. A cliche. How much did you pay for that cocktail? Oh, none of my business. It is my business. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Listen. You paid at least 10 euros for that. You could have donated that money to a cause, some charity, done some good with it, given it to a homeless person. What about your clothes? That trench looks expensive. Why are you wearing a trench? Your parents bought that for you. Oh, you paid for it yourself. Great, man. So you probably work at a prestigious job because you went to a prestigious school. You know, I'd wear a trench too if I could afford one, except I'm not so tone deaf as to do something like that. So fucking predictable. But before we make an appointment to begin work, I think I'm not yet sure how you feel about it. Oh, you're very nice, and I think you're very good, but I know that you're not a trained perfumer, and well, I'm not sure how you feel about it. What, babes? That's not a reason to be a rude little shit. Oh, wow. Ooh, you are really offended, aren't you? What are you, baby? Seriously, look, I'm sorry I offended you. I didn't mean to. Let's just start again. I'll behave. Nobody else comes in with this level of unpolished work. I think you're very nice. And I want you for this project. And I'm willing to put my faith in you. And I've, hopes that we can work with you and shape you despite your problematic lack of professional formation, which is very, very, very unfortunate, to put it mildly. But initially, I am not sure whether you're not afraid. I sense some reluctance. Anyways, I'm going to assign you the Phantom Toll booth. Okay. It suits your reading level and intellect. What? You're very strange. You're making me uncomfortable. It's easy. Just stick 'em. Tomorrow. Anything else? How much am I paying you? Well, you're not finished asking stupid questions. I asked you to do something and you said you'd do it. You don't seem like an idiot, but maybe you are. Your questions are stupid and you need to stop looking at me. I'm doing you a favor and you need to get out of my face. You, ma'am, are an incredibly selfish person. And I would advise you, and this is coming from a place of love, by the way, I would advise you to take a deep, long, hard look at yourself. And maybe you realize that you are the problem. And that you are the one who needs to change. Because I've been there. And guess what? Enlightenment awaits at the end of the tunnel. Oh. She left. Guess she couldn't take the criticism. She didn't apologize to us for disrupting this safe space, so I'm gonna do it for her. Guys,
On behalf of dead animal lady, I am so sorry. Peace and love. Forgiveness. Let's just start again. Maybe you should kill yourself. 10 euros.
What are you saying, man? You're an artist? You're not an artist. You don't dress like an artist. You're not an artist. Don't make me laugh. You are not an artist! He's coming to pick up his things. I understand he's got the brain tumor and it's terrible, but we all have our burdens. I was on the phone with him this morning. He told me he's only got a few months left. We talk about emotional blackmail. Using his little illness to get back at me. I laughed. The nerve. I told him to check himself out of whatever hospital he was in and get his ass here pronto to pick up his things. What's that smell? And that email. No, I gave him plenty of chances. Oh, you're testing my patience, dude. People like you need to be taught a lesson. Arrogant, entitled people like you, they need to be put in their place. Ignorant, selfish people who don't listen. Rich, spoiled people like you. You're a joke, man. And you're making me angry. People like you need to be put in their place. Aaron, by the way, I understand you're an intellectual type, but I'd appreciate it if you tended the garden. Oh. You Tweety. You don't garden. I'm surprised. Not very hands-on, are you? Didn't realize. Oh, and another thing. I noticed mold in the bathroom. Has no business there. I did tell you to aerate the room. You must open the windows straight after showering in order to let the air circulate. I think I'll make myself a tea. Oh, would you like some? So, tell me. I'm curious. Where are you from? You look exotic. Thai or Vietnamese or something. At best, your style is supercilious. At worst, it's trolling. In any case, it's misguided. And be sure not everyone will extend you the courtesy of offering honest, edifying, and well-meaning criticism. You should thank me, really. You're not a great thinker, so don't pretend to be one. You what? Lao. What the fuck? Oh, you're from Laos. Where's that? Is it a country? Is it very small? I bet it's tiny. Ha! See, I was right. But I'm sure all Lao people are as cute as you. Pocket-sized. So, let me get this straight. You're Lao. and then kind of a journalist, but maybe a DJ. Good luck. And your dad's dying from cancer. That's so shit. All that aside, and your curious penchant for verbiage, this isn't bad. One or two moments struck me as quite fertile, mischievous even, in the best possible way. Good work. See you next week. Yeah. Well, I wanted a Valentino, but Charlie said it would be too expensive, even though it really wasn't, so we ended up looking at Prada and Vuitton, and this one kind of was nice, although I think I would have looked so much better in the Valentino. It was red and shiny, and it is my birthday after all, and I should be able to wear whatever I want to wear on my birthday. God knows father let mother wear her favorite dress, which in all fairness was Topshop, but still, that isn't the point. It's only right. I don't ask for anything, and I just want to look beautiful, as I do like looking pretty, and nobody lets me ever, and I don't know why. I just want to look nice on a birthday of all days, and some people didn't even stick to the dress code. I don't mean you, of course. I'm so glad you came, but look at Mummy. in that ugly blue sheet over there. I can't believe it. Maybe it was spite, but why? I mean, this was supposed to be perfect. It is my birthday after all, and the least people could do is not ruin it. I don't understand why everyone's against me. I really don't. Why can't people be sweet on my birthday of all days? It's not my fault everyone's less pretty and more poor. They should probably get over it, as it is my birthday after all. And Charlie could have got me that on Valentina, but Charlie said no, even though Charlie promised. He let me pick the dress I wanted, plus he's definitely got the money. It wasn't even that expensive, but yeah, so you know. Yeah. So nice to see you. Yeah. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Maybe we could chat later when things are more quiet. Right now everything's a little... Yeah, well... Anyway... It's nice that you came. Yeah. You look... happy. Yeah. By the way, don't you love this dress? Isn't it pretty? Yeah. Wait! Could you take a picture? Please? Thank you. Thanks. Middelmaat. Oh boy. You've really embarrassed yourself this time, Jimmy. You know that? Middelmaat and east of Eden. I look forward to meeting your parents tomorrow evening. I think they're going to be very disappointed.